Hello and welcome back to TK's Bar. I'm your host Tessa and today we're making a Lemon Berry Martini. So what is a Lemon Berry Martini? A Lemon Berry Martini is one of my own creations. If you're interested in seeing one of my other creations, I did make a quarantini and you can check it out right there. That's an awesome drink if you want to try it. If you've got the ingredients, I would highly recommend it. But anyways, on to today's drink. Today we're making a Lemon Berry Martini, which I've now said for the third time. And it is a martini for someone who wants to be a little more on the sophisticated side, but maybe doesn't want to drink pure alcohol. It's going to be a bit of a sweeter drink, and it's going to use one of my favorite liqueurs in it, which is Chambord. So Chambord is a black raspberry liqueur. It is a little more on the expensive side, but if you can get your hands on it, I strongly recommend. It's really nice for making cocktails, very sweet, and definitely has that raspberry taste. I would strongly suggest if you have this to try it all by itself. It is so amazing. But anyways, on to the drink. So the vodka we're using today is just Stoli's. This is just a regular vodka, but I would strongly suggest if you can and you have it on hand, a citrus vodka would taste really, really good in this. Then, like I mentioned before, we've got our Chambord. This is our black raspberry liqueur. Again, it's very sweet, so I would strongly suggest trying it by itself before you try it in the drink. Then our sugar today is not going to be coming from simple syrup. It's going to be coming from the Chambord and then also our elderflower liqueur. I wanted this to have a bit of more of a herbal note to it, so that's why we're using elderflower instead of simple syrup. If you're not a big fan of elderflower, you could totally sub this out for simple syrup, but today we're just going to use it to kind of spice it up. So then again, we've got our fresh squeezed lemon juice. I strongly recommend fresh squeezing your lemon juice if you have the opportunity to. I think it makes the drinks way better because you don't get that acidity from the store-bought lemon juice. So then last ingredients, we've got our raspberries and blackberries. I'm choosing raspberries because they've got a bit of a sweeter note, and then blackberries because they're a bit more tart. So today we're using a Boston shaker as per usual, and we've got our jigger so we can get straight into it. So now into making our drink. The first thing we're gonna do is throw our fruit into here. So I'm gonna say between 3 and 5 pieces of fruit. We are just gonna throw 3 raspberries in and 2 blackberries. Okay, so we've got our fruit and we're just gonna throw that in there. You might think that that's a little bit too much fruit, and if that's the case for you, maybe only put in 3, but for me, I really like lots of fruitiness to my drinks, so I'm gonna throw a bit more in here. Then we are going to move on to our main spirit, and we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of our vodka. Perfect, I finished off the bottle. Then our next thing, by the way, isn't this cap just the cutest thing ever? On to our next ingredient now. We are doing 1/2 ounce of our Chambord. Then we're moving on and doing 1/2 ounce of our elderflower. This is, by the way, I didn't mention this before, but this is not a liqueur, it's just Elderflower Cordial. Then last thing to do is our lemon juice. We are doing a full ounce of our fresh squeezed lemon juice. Then we're just gonna muddle those raspberries and blackberries in and then give it a shake. So now we've got our whole drink in here. We're just gonna fill our shaker with ice and give it a quick shake. Perfect. Then we're just gonna have to strain this into our glass. So the glass we're using today is obviously a martini glass. This is not the cool martini glass that I used for my quarantini video. This is just a regular one because I really want to show off the pinkness of this drink. So now to strain this, the one thing you want to keep in mind is that we did muddle up all that fruit. So you want to double strain this for sure, otherwise all the little bits of raspberries and blackberries are going to get right into the drink. So just keep that in mind. So now we're double straining into our martini glass, and you're going to see that that second strainer is going to pull up all the fruit that you missed, that the first one missed. And here is our beautiful drink. It looks so nice and thick and gorgeous. So the last thing we need to do is just garnish this baby up. So our garnish today is just gonna be a blackberry and a lemon speared through on one of these. If you don't have these, you can get them on Amazon for pretty cheap. So I would highly recommend, because then your garnishes, it'll take your garnishes to the next level. And we're just gonna throw that on the side here. Hopefully it stays. Oh, there we go. So there we have our finished drink. Last thing we have to do is just give this little baby a taste. I'm gonna take my garnish off for this. Okay, so let's give it a taste. I am so excited. It looks absolutely gorgeous. That is just delightful. Honestly, if you are a sweet cocktail person like me, you are gonna love this so much. The raspberries give it a nice sweetness that is almost balanced out by the blackberries tartness, which is so nice. You get a little bit of that Chambord coming through, which is just so sweet, but like in a tasteful way. It's not like overpowering sugar. It's very refreshing, and you get a little bit of that lemon juice at the end just to kind of balance out the rest of those flavors, but it's not super like heavy citrus. I would strongly recommend this drink. I absolutely love it, and recommend it to your friends. That's just delicious. I could drink this whole thing in one sitting. It is an amazing drink, and I definitely suggest you make it at home. I am really proud of this one. So if you like this cocktail and you like me, I would love if you gave this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Look at the color of it, it's so gorgeous.